I think it might be time to say goodbye to things as boring as lava buckets and say hello to some advanced machinery. The add-on that we're revealing in today's video is the Advanced Machines add-on by Wonder. It's currently rated 4.3 stars out of 5 stars from 52 reviews, and it currently costs 1,170 mine tokens, which is the equivalent of £5.79 in my local currency. It says Advanced Machines add-on, automate your tasks and create complex networks. Build your own factory on any world. Use pipes to transport items, fluids and power to machines. Pipes, cables, and machines, new armor, and tools. Let's get this add-on revealed. Did you know that Daz Man plays games other than Minecraft? Head over to Daz Man Plays and you'll see a complete catalogue of games that we play through from start to finish in long play videos, aiming for about an hour a video, start to finish, blind, playing through games and hopefully completing them. Or maybe you want to see Daz Man react to a whole load of new content, whether it be other Minecraft content that doesn't appear on the main channel or other content in general. Then head over to the Daz Man Reacts YouTube channel and make sure to subscribe to both and help both channels grow. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back, and we are in a brand new creative world for the Advanced Machines add-on by Wonder. And before we begin, if you enjoy this add-on reveal, please do leave a like on the video. It really helps out the video, really tells people that it's worth watching. Drop a comment down below with your opinions, any feedback, any suggestions, or even any clarifications. If I missed anything or said anything wrong, you're more than welcome to get down in the comments and correct it, and make sure people know this is a great community helping each other find add-ons that are good. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. On top of that, if you'd like to become a channel member, you can click the join button to become a channel member and get access to badges, emojis or emotes, and different perks that are available. Every penny that comes into the channel stays in the channel, so thank you very much for your support. I really do appreciate that. And also, anybody who's been around long enough knows that I do like to be fully transparent in these videos. Wonder, who created the Advanced Machines add-on, did reach out to me via email before the release. They did ask if I'd like to have early access. Unfortunately, life has just been beating me up a little bit recently. I did not mean the voice crack there. Life has just been beating me up a little bit recently, and I completely missed their email. So I have bought this pack from the marketplace with my own money, but the option was given to me. I just haven't used it. So this isn't an advert. Other add-ons are available. I will give you my honest opinion, as I always do. And I've put my own money into this as well, so you know that I'm going to be honest, completely honest, every single time. With that being said, like I said, we are in a brand new creative world for this add-on, and I've laid out pretty much, I believe, everything that we get in this add-on. So there's an assortment of blocks, there's an assortment of functionality, there is at least one entity, and there are a ton of one armor, and there are a ton of weaponry and other tools that we will be going through. Before we do that though, we always like to start with the book, and I like that it says place. That's how I know it's one of these books. So here we are. Now, if you want to jump ahead, feel free to jump ahead and see some of the blocks in action. We'll go through each of them just to see what they are at least, and then I will try to maybe build something and see how difficult it might be. So we've got the Advanced Machines. In this book, we've got Get Started, Energy, Pipes, Machines, Conveyors, Equipment, Decoration, and Feedback. Get Started says you can create your own machine networks, automate tasks, craft new tools, see how to make your first machine network. And also, sorry, we're jumping around a bit. I don't know if it's mentioned in the book, we'll find out shortly, but there is also a website that goes with this add-on. Now, that website is www.advancedmachines.uk, and on that website, they tell you about the blocks, they tell you about how to use them, the resources. So it's somewhat of a wiki. You can go and check that out. It's once again www.advancedmachines.uk. So if you want to go and check that out, feel free. I've been on there. It looks quite snazzy. They've also got suggestion boxes so that you can suggest some features and potentially even speak about what might not be working for future updates. So with that said, let's jump in and carry on. So we can craft a machine called a steel foundry. We can connect some power to it. We can interact using the usual interact buttons. We can do full automations, which has pipes, fillers, pipe emptiers, okay? And then we can experiment. Interesting. And then looking at what we get here. So we've got solar panels for energy, okay? Uses the sunlight. We've got wind turbines. That's that big Donny over there, which uses wind, okay? We've got some heat generators, some battery packs, more battery packs, cables. Okay, so this is just telling us what we've got and how you could potentially use it. Okay, and how you craft it as well. So it does tell you all that good information then. Right, we don't need to flick through every single, we don't need to read every single page here, but there's good information here. This is a very good book. You might not even need the website. Okay. Hang on, can I, well, if I, 1 second, go there and then, okay, yeah, so you crouch to go back. So we've got oil. You're just going to jump in with oil, yeah? All right, let's see what happens then. So pump oil from oily stone into fluid pipes. You get an oil refinery, which creates fuel. And then, okay, so you use those on top of something called oily stone, and that lets you get oil. Okay, so you can place the pump near oily stone, place it near oily stone. Okay, so it just shows you it twice, how you can do it. Fair dues. Next up, we've got machine quarries. Wow, okay. So automatically mines blocks. Interact to choose a size and select start to begin. Wow, there's a lot here. Here we go. Okay, plastic machine to create plastic bars. Auto farmers, auto fishes. Circuit board machine. Wow. Okay, this might be a bit above my knowledge. We've got mob spawners, animal spawners, charging stations for the batteries, conveyor belts, conveyor funnels, iron mining drills. What's this? Helps you dig. Okay, gold, bronze, steel, diamond. And then we've got an ultra suit, which gives you super powerful armor sets along with a whole load of effects. And then it shows you how to craft those. There's a jetpack, which uses batteries. Okay, so we may have to check out the durability of those. We've got decoration industrial lamps. Okay, good lighting effects. We've got some fountains. Needs fluid. Oh, that's weird. All right. A decoration alarm, which has activation. Factory blocks to build with. Wow. Okay. There is a lot here, and you can leave your feedback. It's by Wonder Studios. Make sure you add it and rate it, sorry. Okay. So there is a lot to go there. There is going to be absolutely no chance that we cover everything in this. Remember, I'm here to just show you guys what you get in the pack and hopefully show you a little bit of functionality, not show you how to completely use the pack. So that's where if you do have this pack, get down in the comments. Let me know, how are you enjoying the pack? Does it work well for you? What do you think about it? Let others know if it's worth buying. But this is what you get in the pack. So you get a ton of blocks right here. Some of them look like they extend out to 2 blocks, or they're directional. So let's just start, maybe, where's the best way to start? Let's start over here with the wind turbines. So the wind turbine, when you begin with, starts as this box here, and then it can extend. Now, as you can see, you can't place them side by side because the second one won't open. But if you grab your wind turbine over here and do that, it spawns up like so. Now, is that an entity because it does that? Potentially, maybe. Somebody said that it's an entity because it has a shadow. Oh, there's no shadow. So there it goes. But that is a very non-Minecraft style block right there. It's got movement, it's got height, it's completely new. And then, yeah, if you place the next one just to show you guys as well, it doesn't pop up. It just, because it's got no space and you can't fly through it. There seems to be barrier blocks there as well. So good way to get those, I guess. But yeah, so you get the wind turbine. Next up then, we also have vent pipes, which are directional. We've got iron fences. We've got steel fences. We've got solar panels, and there's a little bit of information there. We've got iron catwalks, which are directional as well. So you can either go straight or you can go sideways. We've got conveyor belts, which they have a turn. They can be extended. You can't seem to put multi-directional. So they, you can't have it go across and go to the side. You just have to have the one route. which makes sense to me. There is also a steel catwalk. We've got power cables here as well, which these seem to be able to, I mean, you don't want to do that, but you can just place them however you like and they connect in, which is very, very good. Next up then, we've got a battery to power machines or inventory items, a Mark II battery. We've got a block of bronze, a bronze foundry, which turns gold and copper ingots into bronze. So far, the information given in this add-on is awesome, right? There is a ton of information. Couple it in with the website as well. I really like how informational and helpful this pack is. There's a circuit board machine which crafts gold and plastic into circuit boards. There's an electric furnace which lets you smelt and cook items. Now, I wonder if these are any faster than normal furnaces. Need to try and remember some of these tests that I want to do. There's a jet fountain with a powerful water outlet that launches mobs. There's a spillili, which grows above oily stone deposits and slowly turns stone into oily stone. Okay, so if we come over to my supernatural stone generator and we place that down, how long does that take to turn into oily stone? I'm not sure. It did also say that it grows, and I know over here, where are we? Somewhere over here, there we are. There is an example of this. So they'll grow on the grass to indicate that oily stone, which is this kind of block here, has grown. And you can spectator down, or dig down if you're playing in a survival world, to see that it goes quite a way down for a deposit. And this is now also a good time to say that there is an option when you join the world. There will be I think it's when you join it for the first time. In fact, let's have a look. If we save and quit, because this will be a good test as well, just to see if anything changes. We go back in. When you load into the world for the first time, a menu pops up that says, would you like to spawn oily stone? This will replace some naturally generated stone. You only get the message once. It only comes up once, but you get to choose, do you want it to do that, where it spawns over stone, or do you not? Now, obviously, there's probably choices. Maybe you don't do it to begin with and you can craft it yourself. I'm not sure, but it's good to have the option. Back here then, we've got an electric furnace Mark III, an electric furnace Mark IV. There is a warning sign. Thank you. We've got a smoking vent, just to add a bit more life to your build. Put that on the side of a building and have smoke generate from it. We have got a signpost, which I guess, looking at it, and you then, oh yeah, okay, so you build these up and then boom. So that's how you extend your signpost. So you can make that into 2, or you can have it as 1, or you can even have a little bit of a design saying it's been cut off maybe. I don't know. Next up, we've got a steel I-beam. Okay. A steel pole. Iron pole. There's an item pipe emptier, which moves item from pipes into containers. So this strikes me as a bit of a hopper, maybe. We've then got the iron eye beam. And so the eye describes the shape of the beam, I think. But it's good to know that we've got 2 different versions. So we've got the iron and we've got the steel. Very nice. Couple choices. Then we have an AutoFisher, which requires power and fishes in nearby water. We've got an auto farm, which harvests nearby crops. We've got a fluid pipe, which transfers water, lava, oil, and fuel. And we've got an item pipe that transfers items, and they do not interact with each other, as you can see, but they can be extended. Very nice. And we do have the sound of glass when we break them. Bit weird, but there you go. Next up, we've got a heat generator, which turns lava into power. We've got smooth factory walls, lava pumps. Oh, and these are interactable, are they? Hang on. Lava pumps, requests. Wonder what 020 produces. Oh, so it's not interactable, it's informational. So it takes 20 wonder watts to power, maybe? And that will produce 9 lava. I guess if you have less than 20, it will produce less than 9. That could be interesting. I'm getting like City Skylines vibes from this. Same here for the oil pump. Got a water pump. Same again. Quarry, which is the block miner, which requires fuel and water. There's a fluid tank. An item pipe filler. This moves item from containers into pipes. Okay. Again, kind of like a hopper. Conveyor belt funnel. Insert items into containers and machines. Electric furnace. Factory wall. There's a small fountain which you can fill up with water. A large fountain as well. Factory wall bricks. Yellow warning chevron. So there's quite a few decorational. We've got block of steel. Steel foundry. Animal spawner, plastic machine, oil refinery, mob spawner, charging station. It's just me naming all of the blocks here. Red alarm, which can light up when powered. These are all different industrial lamps here, which I guess can be turned on with power. And then we've got, as we've already seen, the oily stone. So that's a ton of decorative and functional blocks and what would you even call those? I don't even know. Machines, I guess, that you get. There's also this thing here, the entity, which we didn't look at, which is a machine inspector. If I place this on here, maybe you're a machine. Battery MK container 0. Okay, so it just gives you some information. 0 of 500. It basically gives you that information without having to click in. Okay, that's good to know. Wouldn't use too many of those, though. It causes a bit of lag. But yeah, tons of blocks. We may have a look at those in a bit just to see if we can get some of them working and how they work. Our spillili has already turned 1 stone into oily stone, so we'll see how much longer that takes. There was only 1 cut as I did that because I coughed between sections, so really only an extra 5 seconds than you guys have seen. So then over here, we can have a look at the armors. So I've got these in my inventory right now. They're called an ultra suit leggings, ultra suit chest plate, ultra suit helmet, and ultra suit boots. And if you put them on, the boots don't do any. Oh, no, they do. Yeah, the boots do. You get slow falling from the boots. You get water breathing and night vision from the helmet. So each one has different. You get, what's this? Swiftness, speed 2 from the leggings, and then from the chest, you get haste 2 and strength, making you very, very OP. And basically, with my beard sticking out, kind of looking like I'm from Halo, but with my own spray painted suit. And then if we take these back off, we can do a little test. So, are they enchantable? Unbreaking free? No, it's not enchantable. Interesting. Because they already have their own things. You can't enchant it. Weird. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff that's just in my inventory now. And so with my inventory empty, we can have a look at the weapons then. So we've got bronze weapons, which gives us... I mean, they don't seem to have any kind of special effects on them, but it's the same 5 tools. So we've got the axe, which is apparently held upside down, pickaxe, pickaxe, shovel and sword. We've then got the rainbow one as well. Same along there. I'm not a big fan of these. I could have done without these. I get having precious blocks like stone, like steel, and bronze. Not really sure what's going on with the rainbow. But you know what? I'll never say no to more content, okay? More content for a price is always good. Just doesn't quite fit. Even the suit is a little bit weird. If it was more safety equipment, it would make sense, but it is a little bit weird. Let's try and see, can we enchant the axe? That's protection. I've just realized why it didn't work. So unbreaking works with the axe. I just want to see, 1 second, can I take that back? Because we may have done the wrong book. So unbreaking should work. Protection, no. Okay, so the armors are definitely not enchantable at all, which is just a shame. But the weapons are. So that's cool. Let's throw that over there too. And then over here, so we've got bronze ingot here. That adds a new ingot. We'll look at the drills in a second. We've got a bucket of, I believe this is a bucket of fuel, which I can't seem to take out of his hand. There we go. Yeah, bucket of fuel. More drills that we'll look at. You're not actually holding anything, which is weird. Then we've got the jetpack. So let's go around here. Can I take the jetpack? Thank you. And if I do that, yep, I'm wearing it now. So let's go into survival mode. Game mode survival. Out of charged batteries. That's really annoying. Okay, creative. How do I get a charged battery then? All right, so I went through the palaver of having to charge up a battery. So let's see what happens here. So if I jump, okay. If you hold down jump, you get to use this. And then let go of jump. And then, okay, so you jetpack up and then you get slow falling while you're wearing it. So jetpack up, can't move while you're doing it, I don't think. No, you go up in a straight line and then let go of jump and then you just fall with slow falling. Probably not the best way to do that, but we managed to learn how to use a few things there. So I'll show you guys at the end how we charge that. Throw this down. And then there was another one here as well. So this one is a jetpack Mark II, which requires a charged battery in your inventory. And you just put the charged battery in your inventory. You don't have to do anything with it. You charge the battery up and then you just keep hold of it. And that's how you use that. Next up, we've got a bucket of oil, fair dues. We've got a plastic bar. We've got a rainbow ingot, we've got a steel ingot and another drill, and then a circuit board here as well, which not too sure what you do with these at the moment, so maybe we'll find out later. But now we've got a drill, and we can use the mining drill, the steel one. Use the mine, you use to mine lots of blocks, and the steel mining drill has 10 range, 7 diameter, and 10 speed. 10 speed is 10 per second. Which requires a charged battery in your inventory, which I do still have. Got some power left on it. And then if I grab the gold one, this has a range of 5, diameter of 3 at 10 per second. So I'm guessing we just interact with it. Okay, and then and then you can just drill down as you go. It's a bit random in how it does it. It's not what I'm pointing at, but it does do like around us. If we just fire that down, and it just doesn't seem, it does catch the corners at the end, but it's very weird in how it chooses. So then if we have the still, go range and diameter 10 and 7. Okay, so now it's not even doing the one around me. What's going on here? I'm not 100% sure what it's doing here, but I'm interacting. I haven't moved. That was weird. Okay, so the still one doesn't seem to work. And if I punch with it, maybe it has something to do with me being in creative. Hang on, survival? No. So the still one doesn't seem to work at all. Not going downwards anyway. I'm not sure what's happening there. So the gold one works fine. Or does it? I'm standing dead in the middle of the block. Yeah, the gold one does work fine, but the steel one doesn't. That's very weird. And so, yeah, I'm not sure why the mining drills looked like that. I don't know if that was a power thing. I don't know if that was a bug on it, but it was very weird. I've come back over here and the spillily doesn't seem to have spread either, but I am kind of just wondering, has it gone downwards? No. Okay, so it's done one. I hope it's not just doing 1 stone per lily. That's really bad efficiency. I've been in here for about half an hour, maybe even an hour now. And it's only done that 1 block, which is a bit weird. But okay, so in terms of the pack, I think there are problems with it. Just from like, maybe it's me, but just from the drill seemed a bit weird. And like the spillily not great. Like, it's not perfect, okay? The armors can't be enchanted, but it does seem very good, and there are some really good pieces of information just to make sure that we know what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, it's quite expensive. If you're into factories and building factories, then I think that's cool, but we've only looked at what we get in the pack. We haven't looked at functionality. I have done a little bit of functionality, but I haven't shown you guys. So let's try and do a few of the machines themselves then, shall we? So we can start over here. First of all, I did create a battery charger, and I'm going to show you what we did here. So I don't want the barrier block, thank you. I took a wind turbine because it seemed like the best thing to do. We'll take a solar panel and we'll take the power cable. So what we need, we're also going to need a battery. Let's grab this one. You're a battery, you're an electric furnace. Excuse me, where are my batteries? There we go, battery Mark II. Okay, so what we do then, we're going to have to put a charging station down like so. And this is really annoying. This is another one of those kind of bugs that really bothers me. Everything you place faces away from you. So as you can see, I was stood here and placed it. So we get the power cable bit, but we don't get to see the front of it. We have to walk around. The solar panel to power it like that. Again, see, just facing the wrong way. So to make it easier, we're going to place it down just here. And you know what? We'll have two of those as well. In fact, let's push you a couple blocks further out just so we've got some space. So on here then, we can see we've got the solar panel, which can currently see the sky. It's currently production efficiency 98%, which gives us 91 out of 100 wonder watts. Now it's powered up to 100 out of 100. So that does increase over time. And I can show you guys from that. And then that, see, it starts at 0 and starts working its way up. Now to get the power from A to B, we use a power cable, and we're just going to place that there, pop that into there with the 1, and click here. So currently this is requesting 1 out of 5 wonder watts, and it now contains 138 wonder watts out of 10,000. If we look back in there again, it's now at 243. So that is constantly filling up with power very, very quickly. If I add a second one to it, we're now getting 5 wonder watts. So that's jumped from 1 to 5 on only 2 solar panels. And it's storing it a lot quicker now as well. Now it's down to 2. So not 100% sure why it boosts up like that. What about if we go for a third? Let's back up to 5 again. Back up to 5. Then it's down to 3. So maybe it gets a spike of power as you add a new thing. But it's currently storing power, which is what you want, right? So we can just plug in a battery and it will start charging up. So it's got 1,010 out of 10,000, now 1,420. So that's growing quickly. Then you take your battery, go up to it, and you just interact. Do you? No, you don't. Yes, you do. You interact and you go down to insert batteries. So you can't just dump the battery in. You have to manually click the button. So insert battery, inserted 1 battery, and it flashed up there and then disappeared, and it immediately charged because it's storing power. As soon as I put my battery in, my battery charged instantly because there was enough power already in it to charge. And you can then either collect all batteries that you've put in or collect charge. So I'll collect my charged one back. I'll place this down, interact with it. You can see there it contains 2,000 wonder watts. So that's kind of just how you make an easy circuit for power, or moving power into a charging station. So what we're going to want to do now is, I keep these, I don't need the charging station. One thing I wanted to look at was the AutoFisher. So if we grab the AutoFisher, it requires power. Now I'm wondering, because I'm in creative, does this battery constantly keep the 2,000? This could be one of the times being creative helps. It does. So because I'm in creative, my battery constantly has 2,000 power. That's awesome. So I'm going to place that down like so. We've got the AutoFisher, which only needs power, and it fishes in nearby water. So does that mean I just place it there? Oh, that's annoying. Place it there. What's it doing here? So it requests 0 of 20 wonder watts, and it's supposed to produce fish, junk, and treasure items. Put down a power cable and see what happens. Oh, we get a little thing on the side here telling us that the power is being drained. Liking that. Okay. And then this, it's getting 20 out of 20. And oh, it's spitting fish at me. Look at that. Okay. So it's actually fishing. I don't know if this is a prime area for it. It doesn't say. It's just pulling that power through. and it's fishing. It's not spitting out a ton of fish or junk, but it is fishing. So let's try break that. Let's put, what happens if I put the AutoFisher here, face it this way? Very annoying. Can we go up and down with the power? We can. Okay. And the power cable can run underwater. It's getting 20 power again. This now has 1940. Oh, come on in. Fish for me, my dude. Here we go. Oh, it did. Look, fished another fish. So it's not overly OP. It can work on the side of the bank. It can work underwater. And it's just, yeah, it just seems to, that seems to be like a good little bit of rate going on there as well. You don't want it to be super OP. It seems to only pull power when it does something as well. And it's pulling 20 power at a go. So that was 1920. Is it going to fish me anything else again? There's one thing there. And it drops to 1900. So when it fishes, it pulls 20 power. Hey, that's good. I like that. Okay. That's not bad. Not too crazy and not too OP at all. So let's get rid of the AutoFisher. Now, what did we have over here? This one is a heat generator which turns lava into power. So it requires lava and produces that. We'll have a look at that in a bit. I need to work out how to use that. Pumps lava into pipes. Okay, maybe we can work out how to do this then. So, we've got a lava pump, a heat generator, and then what are you? You do items, you do fluid. Okay, so, all right, so down here we found ourselves one of those lava pools that spawn on the surface. So, where do you put this then? Let's just clear out a bit of space just in case. So with our lava pump, which I've thrown away, there is lava pump. What can I take? This throw away that one. So with my lava pump then, I'm going to put that there so we got a bit of space. Now hopefully this will work. We're going to put down that. We're going to have our power cable. Oh, okay, so that, it's making noise. All right, so it's got lava. It's producing lava. Resources found in range. Okay, now, one thing I wanted to test. Do we have to be that close? Let's go here. We're one up higher. Go there. How do we do this? Crouch down and that works like that. That's good. All right, so if we're crouched, same interactivity. It does. Okay, so you can be quite close then. It does say a range, doesn't it? Diameter 11, depth 10. I guess that tells you how far it needs to be then. So, with this, we're going to use our fluid pipe. And it fills up with lava. Look at that. You can't interact with that, though. Can't see what's going on. It does go upwards. That's awesome. Awesome McSawsome right there. Pick that up. So heat generator turns lava into power. So we'll go there. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. We'll come around here. All right. We're putting that into the... Hey, this isn't too bad, you know. It's quite self-explanatory. So it's producing 53 wonder watts from 9 lava. You can also insert a lava bucket. I don't have a lava bucket. Okay, so if I had a bucket then, does that mean that I could then take lava out of this? Hey, you know what? I'm feeling kind of smart. Where is buckets? Somewhere on here. Here we go. Bucket. Grab that. Insert lava bucket. I don't have a lava bucket. Oh, wait. I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. See, I feel like I was being smart. I was actually being stupid. It isn't a case of putting an empty bucket in there to get lava. It's a case of... I want to add, so we can do, we don't need the power cables. Go here and insert lava bucket and put the lava in manually. All right, that makes tons more sense than what I was trying to do. Okay, so from here then, what I want, suppose we can just put down this battery here, really. And then grab a cable. Do that. It was already at 2,000. That's annoying, though. Because I want to know if this is charging. So let's grab a battery that we haven't used before. Thank you. Face this way. Place that down. And yeah, okay. Look, it looks like it is charging. Look, we got animation on the side. So we're now turning a natural resource of lava, which I don't know if that's draining from the lava. I haven't been paying much attention to how the lava looked. But the lava is... It does look. It drains. So it's not even infinite. That's awesome. That is awesome. So it takes from a finite resource into the pump, and it's going into one of them at the moment, through the pipes, into the generator, or the lava, yeah, into the heat generator, which is turning that into power, which has charged our battery. I'm feeling super smart. I'm going to stop there, but we've looked at a few of the machines. They work, and they work really well. I like this. Get down in the comments and kind of ruin this for me. If anybody's used this and seen any bugs or something, let me know, because I'm feeling very positive about this. And my mind is a little bit blown. This is quite interesting, to be honest with you. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Leave a like on the video as well if you have enjoyed this. Sorry if it's a little bit all over the place, but it's quite a complicated pack, and I'm not the smartest person in the world. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Peace!